Whispers intensify. Secrets are on the brink of exploding. Viewers, buckle up, because this Friday's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful is about to deliver tension, betrayal, and the kind of family drama that will leave jaws on the floor. From Sheila's relentless eavesdropping, to Lee's impossible choice, and Finn's life-changing discovery, this is one episode you do not want to miss. The day begins with what looks like harmless chatter, but in the world of The Bold and the Beautiful, nothing is ever as simple as it seems. Katie, relaxed and unsuspecting, leans toward Deacon at Il Giardino, her voice light with excitement as she talks about reserving the restaurant for a small, intimate party for Will. It's the kind of conversation you'd expect to fade into the background, except, lurking in the shadows, just far enough to avoid being noticed, is Sheila. Her eyes are sharp, her expression unreadable, and every word Katie says is being absorbed like ammunition. For Sheila, no detail is too small to be twisted into leverage. To the average listener, it's an innocent plan for a celebration. But Sheila? She hears possibilities. She wonders, is this party a cover for something more? A romantic ambush? A power move? Or perhaps, a moment she can turn to her own advantage? As Katie continues, unaware of the predator in earshot, Sheila's mind is already calculating her next move, and it's one that will take her far beyond overheard party plans. Sheila wastes no time. Like a hunter closing in on her prey, she finds Lee and blocks her escape, both physically and verbally. Her voice is low but charged with force as she delivers the demand. Tell Finn the truth, now. There's no softness here, no hint of negotiation. It's an order, plain and simple. For Sheila, this isn't about courtesy, it's about control. She has decided that Finn must know everything about Luna, and she's not willing to wait another second. Lee tries to keep her composure, but Sheila's presence is like a storm pressing in, making the air heavier with every passing moment. The complication? Finn is already drowning in grief, believing his daughter is gone forever. To hit him with the truth now could crack him wide open. But Sheila? She frames it as the only way forward. The one act of honesty that could set everything right, or burn it all down. Then Sheila goes for the jugular. Her tone sharpens as she lists, one by one, the darkest stains on Luna's past. She paints a picture of terror. The night Luna shattered Steffi's safety, her finger tightening on the trigger, ready to end Steffi's life, until Liam Spencer stepped in at the very last second. She doesn't stop there. She resurrects the ghosts of Luna's other alleged victims, men who met violent ends in her shadow. And then, with surgical precision, she shifts the blame up the family tree, aiming squarely at Luna's mother, Poppy Nozawa. According to Sheila, Poppy didn't just fail as a parent, she nurtured darkness, raising a daughter who became a killer. For Lee, these words cut deep. She wants to defend her niece, to cling to the belief that there's more to the story, but somewhere in her heart, an uneasy truth is stirring. And that's the most dangerous thing of all, when doubt takes root in family loyalty. Just when Lee thinks she's heard the worst, Sheila drops the incident that chills her to the core. She speaks of the day Luna turned a weapon on her own grandmother, a moment so unthinkable it still echoes in Sheila's voice. The image is vivid. Luna, eyes cold, aiming a gun, and the deafening shot that left Sheila screaming in pain, another toe gone forever. This isn't just a story for Lee. It's a reel of horrors playing in her mind, each memory more brutal than the last. Her heart aches with the impossible duality. The Luna she once knew, and the Luna being painted by Sheila's words. And yet, even through the shock and the shame, there's something flickering in Lee's gaze, a complicated blend of regret, stubborn hope, and the faintest question of whether Luna's story could still have another chapter. Lee stands in tense silence, Sheila's words still echoing in her mind like a relentless drumbeat. Every instinct in her body screams to protect her niece, to keep Luna hidden away where the world can't reach her. But another voice, quieter yet sharper, cuts through the noise. Finn deserves the truth. She pictures her son's face, the grief in his eyes since believing Luna was gone. She knows she can't keep him in the dark forever, not when the secret is already burning a hole in her conscience. Finally, Lee exhales, shoulders heavy with the weight of her choice. He has to know, she admits, her voice almost a whisper. Sheila's lips curl into something that's not quite a smile. It's not compassion, it's anticipation. She wants to be there when the truth detonates, to watch every reaction, every tear. For once, though, their motives align. Both women cling to the faint, fragile hope that maybe, just maybe, something good can come from revealing that Luna still lives. The call comes unexpectedly, Lee's voice measured but urgent. She tells Finn there's something he needs to see, something that will change everything. An hour later, Finn arrives at an address he doesn't recognize. It's an unremarkable apartment building, the kind you'd walk past without a second thought. But when Lee opens the door and leads him inside, his breath catches. The living room has been transformed into a makeshift hospital suite. The steady hum of machines, the sterile scent of antiseptic, and in the center, a narrow bed. Finn's world narrows to a single sight. Luna. Unmoving, pale, hooked up to monitors, but breathing. Alive. For a moment, time stops. His chest tightens as disbelief gives way to raw shock. His daughter, the child he mourned, is right here, flesh and blood, a heartbeat away from waking. Finn steps closer, his eyes fixed on Luna's still form. Relief surges through him like a tidal wave. She's alive. There's a pulse of gratitude in his chest, the kind that makes his knees feel weak. Against all odds, there's a chance to save her. But that fragile joy is crushed under the weight of memory. The screaming, the fear in Steffi's eyes, the gun in Luna's hand. Every unforgivable act she committed floods back, staining the moment with bitterness. His jaw tightens. He wants to see his daughter as an innocent victim, but the truth won't let him. This isn't a simple reunion. It's a collision of love and betrayal, of blood ties and broken trust. And in the back of his mind, one truth burns the brightest. Steffi will never, can never, accept Luna back into their lives. Not after everything she's done. Lee watches Finn's face shift between wonder and anguish, and she knows the clock is ticking. Luna won't stay unconscious forever. The second she wakes, the storm will break, and if Lee hasn't acted by then, the decision will be ripped from her hands. She knows the law, the duty, the danger. Turning Luna in is the only choice that keeps everyone safe. But the thought of seeing her niece behind bars, labeled a monster, twists her stomach into knots. Still, there's the other reality. If she hesitates, Finn might take the matter into his own hands. And Finn is a man who will do anything to protect Steffi, even if it means betraying his own blood. Lee stands at the edge of an impossible choice, knowing whichever path she takes, someone she loves will hate her for it. This isn't just another soap opera twist. This is a masterclass in moral conflict, wrapped in family tragedy. We're watching three very different forces collide. Lee, torn between duty and blood. Finn, trapped between the joy of finding his daughter alive and the duty to protect his wife. And Sheila, the wildcard who might be the only one pushing for truth, or the only one twisting it to serve her own agenda. At its heart, this storyline asks a chilling question. When someone you love becomes a danger to everyone else you love, where do you draw the line? Is Luna a product of her toxic upbringing, a victim shaped by Poppy's failures? Or has she crossed into territory where redemption is no longer possible? Will Finn's relief at seeing her alive melt his anger, or will Steffi's safety always come first? And Sheila, is she suddenly the voice of reason, or is she pulling the strings of this entire reveal for her own gain? One thing is certain. This isn't the last time Lee, Finn, and Sheila will stand in the same room. Each one convinced they hold the moral high ground, and each one ready to risk everything to prove it. So, what comes next? Will Lee find the courage, or the ruthlessness, to do what she knows must be done? Will Finn choose blood over love, or love over blood? And is Luna's reappearance the start of a long, painful redemption, or the opening move in a far deadlier game? This Friday's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful isn't just an installment, it's a turning point. Every word, every glance, every decision will ripple far beyond this moment. If you've been following this Luna storyline, I want to hear from you. Where do you stand? Should Luna be given the chance to redeem herself, or is it too late for second chances? Drop your predictions in the comments. I'll be reading them all. And if you want more in-depth breakdowns, hidden spoilers, and behind-the-scenes analysis, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a single beat of the drama. Because in this world, nothing stays buried forever, and sometimes, the truth is the most dangerous thing of all.